Hello, I'm going to be talking about the 1980s slasher film called Maniac. Sorry. It's directed by William Lustig. Um, the film is generated a lot of controversy, and it has a cult following now for that controversy. Um, this film, when it came out in 1980, a lot of feminist groups protested this film. They said it was degrading to women, and you know, the general stuff like it's degrading women. It promotes violence against women. There's footage of like people actually standing outside the theater protesting this film. Um, but with a lot of these slasher films that came out in the late 70s, early 80s, there is a lot of controversy surrounding them. Another good example is Silent Night, Deadly Night, but I can review that another time. This film was very different from the slasher films that came out in that era. This is the first time the film is told from the killer's point of view, and I don't mean like in the remake where, if you see in the remake where it's person point of view, like you see it through their eyes and you just see like their hands and you only see their face when looking in the mirror. I mean, this film is more like a character study, kind of like Taxi Driver. Um, the film follows a guy named Frank Zito, who's played by Joe Spinell, and I think he's a landlord, and basically it's him going around killing these women and scalping and killing these women, and he has mannequins and he puts the scalps on mannequins, and you could tell that he's mentally ill because he talks to himself. Thinks he's having conversations with his dead mother. He talks to the mannequins. He thinks like they're real people. Well, he meets this photographer one day at a photo shoot, and her name is the actress name is Caroline Monroe. She they start getting to know each other, like they're gonna date, and he's just, descending into his madness. And then later on, you find out, like, he tries to kill her, but she ends up escaping. This film, I highly enjoy this film. This is one of my favorite slasher films, mainly because of the character study. I'm interested in serial killers, so this kind of piqued my interest when it's supposed to be a character study of a serial killer, like what he's thinking, what he's feeling, and how when he commits his crimes. This film has some great special effects in it. They're done by makeup effects artist Tom Savini, from the Friday the 13th films and Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. There's a infamous scene in the film where there's a couple making out in a car, and Frank Zito jumps on the hood of the car, and he has a shotgun, and he blasts through the windshield and blows this guy's head off, and it's like very gory. That's Tom Savini, and it's a great effect. And I think when they were making that scene, the film's based in New York City, and they're not allowed to have guns. So when they did that scene, they had to like throw the gun in the car and like drive off so that they wouldn't get caught. That scene also caused Gene Siskel to walk out during the making of the movie. During the middle of the movie. I'm sorry. Gene Siskel was a film critic. You might know him better with Roger Ebert. He said that scene, he just had to walk out of the film. I also like the music in it, and the camera angles, and just how dirty it looks. Like, it's not like the nice part of New York City. It's like the dirty, like poverty-stricken sections. It kind of reminded me like in Combat Shock, where you're following the guy through his life, and he lives in this like nasty, degraded part of New York City. And that's a like Maniac. Like there's hookers in it. There's, you know, just is it's just dirty. There's a famous scene in a like a subway, like a train station, underground train station, the subway, where he's chasing this woman, and there's like this music playing, and it's like really like creepy. That's another great special effects scene, because he like stabs her through the back, and you see like the knife come out of through her chest. The scalping scenes were very graphic too. For that time in 1980, that was pretty high quality, I guess you call it. And it made me cringe. I was just like, ugh, And the remake too, like when I watched the remake, I respect the remake for its own terms. Like when the scalping scenes come on, oh, they were just so nasty, and you could just hear like the like that when he's like cutting and pulling them off. I was just like, ugh. But yeah, that's my review. Maniac. I highly recommend this film. This is one of my favorite slasher films, of all time. I love slasher films. That's my favorite genre of horror films. But anyways, that's my review. Catch you guys later.